We are going to get to your forecast and your commute in just a minute, but first, we do have school closures to update you on. The Reynolds and Corbett school districts are closed today, and the following districts are running 2 hours late: Gresham Barlow, Evergreen, Vancouver, Camas, Washougal, and Battleground. And we have not yet heard from Portland Public and some of the other big districts in the area.
Yeah, we expect this to be a big hour for some more announcements, but right now you can see all the delays, all the closures that we know about at this point right there at the bottom of your screen on our ticker. You can also find more information on our website, KGW.com.
Well, we have team coverage as you head out the door this morning. Keely Chalmers is in Drive 8 checking out the road conditions, but we want to start with meteorologist Rod Hill in the Weather Center.
Hey, good morning. Good news, the active part of this weather event is pretty much over for Portland. You can see we are now dry, Longview, Portland, Salem, up and down the flats of the I-5 corridor with that rain band, or excuse me, snow band, old habit, dropping off to the southeast of us. And while there's not a 0% chance of a passing shower at some point today, for the most part, we should be dry, and we will await partly cloudy conditions. I love car lights. You know, car lots have tons of lights. So this one out in Gresham, and you can see the definite snow on the ground. And for the most part, it's been pretty uniform across the area with a dusting to about an inch all areas. Early morning numbers at 29 degrees. Here's what we're looking for at the bus stop. A lot of kids already saying they'll be delayed, but at 8 o'clock it'll be 30 and cloudy, dry. Some breaks at lunchtime, maybe 36 though. Confident we will be above freezing, and then partly cloudy skies, and 40 would melt everything away. So light snow is now ending. Increasing black ice though, that's a big concern through 7 o'clock. Temps should be above 32 by mid-morning. The sunrise hour will help. That's at 7:27. Chris McGinnis, you will be busier than I will be this morning. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, the road's certainly slick out there, and we've already had our first trouble spot of the morning commute, Rod. This is from our Rose City Sky Camera. I-5 northbound traffic here right underneath the Burnside Bridge. Left lane still blocked with a crash. Portland police tending to that person. The car kind of spun, and the driver of that car was actually trapped in there for a few minutes. Looks like they got that person out of there, and the right lane is open, but again, could be a little slick there. I want to switch gears real quick and show you some of the other traffic cameras on the east side. This is I-205 near Highway 212, and you can see I-205 even has a little bit of snow between the lanes, and you can certainly see Highway 212 looks maybe a little glazy here from this perspective. And one last check. Let's get you onto some of the surface streets, big surface streets on the east side of Portland. This is 82nd Avenue near Southeast Division, and there certainly looks to be some snow coverage there as well. So it's going to be a slow go of it on the roads this morning. We'll keep you posted on all the trouble spots that pop up as we go through the morning, guys.
All right, Chris, thanks a lot. It's coming up on 5:03. Yesterday, we had Maggie Vespa. She played the role of road warrior for us.
She
We sent her out
did.
to Sandy. Today, that role is being played by Keely Chalmers. I don't know exactly where Keely is right now, but I can see she's smiling, Brenda. That's a good sign.
She's in Drive 8. Good morning, Keels.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we are, well, we're heading north on I-5, and now let me show you a shot. We are about ready to get on the Fremont Bridge, and the on-ramp here you can see is clearly snow covered. You can tell it's been laid down, gravel has been put down on it, so that's obviously helping matters. But yeah, clearly see a nice white layer on the on-ramp to the Fremont Bridge. Again, just got off I-5 heading north. That's where we saw that spin-out accident. It looked like a pickup truck turned completely around and closed the left-hand lane, the northbound left-hand lane of I-5, right around the Broadway Bridge. But yeah, we've been cruising around all morning long. The West Hills, the residential streets, certainly snow-packed and icy and slick, as I can attest to this morning. Some of the bigger streets like Burnside has been treated. The interstates look like they've been treated with de-icer and gravel. We've seen several ODOT crews out with their plows and their de-icers working. But again, you can see here, this is the Fremont Bridge. Obviously some snow on it, still a little slushy. We haven't seen any cars sliding out personally. We've seen some cars driving around with their hazards on. Obviously slow going traffic, but so far, other than that one accident we did see on I-5 northbound near the Broadway Bridge of a car spinning out, everything seems to be going okay. Again, slow moving traffic As you can see here, the cars in front of us. Certainly some icy spots, especially on some of the residential roads, the side roads, the larger roads like the interstates and the more highly traveled roads been treated. But again, you can clearly see here snow still on the road, and although it is starting to melt, it's also still slick in spots. Again, we'll be out here throughout the morning covering the area. I think we're going to head out east now on I-84 for our next hit, but we'll keep you posted on conditions. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Keely, thank you very much.
Well, you know, Keely's out on highways and interstates checking things out. So let's talk with ODOT this morning. We have Don Hamilton on the phone. Don, good morning, and tell us where your crews are really trying to target first this morning.
Well, they've really been working, especially on the west side in the upper elevation areas. We've been looking very carefully at Highway 26 coming out of the Vista Ridge Tunnel, coming up that way. We actually used a little salt along in there this morning, which is one of our tools. It's an important one, and we've been using that in some places. But mostly it's been de-icer on the roads has been our primary tool.
Don, we know of some of the common trouble spots, and you just mentioned one there a moment ago, but generally speaking, I was coming in this morning on I-205, heading towards the I-5 interchange there near Oregon City and Tualatin, and if someone asked me how was the road, I would say it was terrible. Got a little bit better on I-5. I mean, generally speaking, road conditions right now, you would say, are what?
Not too bad. I think that in some areas they're a little better than we were fearing from last night. From the early reports, we're having some problems, as you're showing this morning, with snow on the roads. But things seem to be moving along fairly well this morning. It's still early in the commute, but things seem to be moving along okay.
Don, you mentioned using salt. Was that on Highway 26, kind of in the Vista Ridge Tunnel?
Yes, coming out of the tunnel, coming up that hill. That's one of the two areas where we are eyeing salt in those areas. That's always been a problem in the past when we have a bad winter event. The other one is northbound I-5 coming north of Highway 217 along in there. That's always been a problem in there. We haven't been using salt there this morning, but we were on Highway 26 coming out of the tunnel. Okay,
and you're talking about that 217 flyover, that really tricky spot there?
Well, actually, I meant I-5 northbound, coming out of there from 217 north.
Gotcha, okay.
Near the Terwilliger curves, correct, Don?
That wouldn't, well, that's a little farther away from the Terwilliger curves. But certainly all that stretch of I-5. The thing we're really looking at is making sure the morning commute's in good shape this morning.
Okay, Don, I know we'll be checking in with you throughout the morning, so thank you for calling in and for the update.
Okay, thanks.
It's 5:07 this morning. Off the top of the show, we told you multiple school districts in Clark County are opening late this morning. Our Tim Gordon is in Vancouver right now checking out the conditions. How goes it so far, Tim? Uh-oh, we can't hear audio. Is that just in studio or is that everywhere?
I'm hoping it's just us that can't hear Tim, but maybe it's... There we go.
There we go.
Now on? I can hear you.
Now you're good, Tim.
Oh, good. Yeah, the mic was on, so good. Good. It was on, but
Start
now you got
over.
me. Good. I was going to tell you a story about... Hey, you know, we're trying. I was going to tell you a story about a van that was going by. We were talking to the guy who's waiting here for a ride to get into his electrical company van going down to Milwaukee. But that guy came down from Battleground. He said it was very slippery up in Battleground, further north county, out in more rural areas. Very icy on the roads for him coming down in the last hour or so. And I found that to be the case as well coming down from the Salmon Creek area on the side roads. They're working on them. I saw crews out on them, and we've certainly seen them working on Mill Plain here. You see the snow covered there, but it's broken up pretty well. They've been working it pretty hard. In fact, I think we have some video that we can show you. When I first got here this morning, saw the plows and de-icers kind of working this area, going out on a 205 as well. So if we're showing you that video, you're seeing some of the trucks from the city of Vancouver, Clark County, all out trying to loosen this up. Great. So anyway, that's what's happening. I'm a little confused. People are talking to me in my ear. Did you have the video? I'm not sure. But in any case, that's the way it looks out here. You can see the sidewalk. There's snow on the ground. We've got about an inch here at Mill Plain and 205 interchange, which is our location this morning for you. Guys, back to you.
All right, get all set. I know sometimes with live TV it's crazy. We had a little audio trouble, but no worries whatsoever.
I love live TV.
This is the hour. This is the hour where we really expect to get some news as far as school closures go. We got a big one just a moment ago. Salem Kaiser school districts closed.
Yes.
We have a lot of them. Morgan City, Park Rose, Colton. I mean, they keep coming in. So we're going to keep updating that ticker, update our website. You guys stay with us. We're going to get those graphics kind of updated because we've just got a lot of new information.
I'm telling you, when you say black ice, that scares me more than anything. The snow is one thing, but driving before we start to warm up, no.
So, you know, for the most part, everybody has about the same up and down I-5, Salem, Vancouver, Portland, anywhere from a half of an inch to an inch on average. Some spots, of course, could be a little bit more. This fell purely as snow, but now as humans, what we do, we walk on it, we drive on it, that compresses it, you get a little bit of melting because of that, and now you have black ice forming. So that's going to be a growing concern between now and certainly the 7 o'clock, maybe the 8 o'clock hour this morning. Lots of viewer picks. I think I have like 40 picks to get through this morning. I grabbed this one myself. This is Pearson Airfield this morning at 3 a.m. And you can see these are snowflakes at that time still falling. They almost look like meteors, don't they? And then, of course, the snow on the tarmac and the plains right there looking off to the west. Again, everybody's reporting about the same. Let's stay up in Clark County near Vancouver Mall. This is Bradley Mayhew. And, you know, that's, if anything, about what I have at my house. A half of an inch to an inch of snow, kind of a light to a solid dusting out there. The active part of this weather event in terms of precipitation is over for most of us. This snow band is now moving or dropping down to the southeast away from us into the Cascades. Some lingering flurries in Troutdale, but Portland, Battleground, Canby, Salem, the active precipitation in terms of anything that would measure up is over. So that's good news. And we, for the most part, have a dry day upcoming. Early morning numbers are cold, but they're not overly cold because of the cloud cover. 26 Sandy, 29 Tigard, 29 Beaverton. And then 31 degrees in Salem. Good morning, Albany. 30 degrees is your number. So what we talked about earlier in the show, the light snow now ending. Increasing black ice, though, that's a big problem through 7 a.m., which means it could get worse, not better on the roads in the coming hour or two. Temps above 32. Mid-morning-ish. Sunrise will help. That's at 7:27 this morning. And everybody's freezing, right? Everybody, yep. Cold spot this morning would be Bend and Burns, it looks like, each at 18 degrees. We look for highs around 40 on the west side today, slowly getting some sun breaks. This is mostly morning snow. Central Oregon, East Oregon, you folks should dry out during the day with temperatures in the 20s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, but some cold nights coming. We'll be in the 20s again tonight. Thursday, that's a rain chance. Friday, a better chance of getting some rain showers. And then Friday, overnight, Saturday, we're still watching it. We still believe, and I was reading Matt Sofino's comments last night, our chief meteorologist, and Matt also saying what I've been saying, and this looks more promising for some significant snow into Saturday than yesterday or today ever looks. So we're keeping an eye on that again, Friday overnight into Saturday.
I know for a lot of our viewers, the first thing they're doing when they wake up is wanting to find out, are my kids' schools open or closed? So we do have, again, some big closures to announce this hour. Salem Kaiser, that's a big one, closed today. David Douglas closed. Oregon City closed. Park Rose closed. Bottom line, we've got that ticker running right now at the bottom of your screen with all the updated closures and delays, and we'll have the updates to that as we continue through this hour.
And as far as I know, Portland Public hasn't made any decision. Does that sound correct? And Beaverton,
we haven't heard
so
from them
still
back in the newsroom.
Yeah, so we're working to find out the other big districts this morning.
It was this time yesterday. It was like right around 5:15 when Portland Public gave us the word on yesterday's situation. So we'll see if it comes in the next few minutes.
Yeah. Well, right now it's 5:13. We do have some other news coming up this morning, and it's good news for a missing Silverton hiker. She was able to reunite with her family after she disappeared in snowy conditions. We have details on how rescuers were able to find her.
And guys, of course, we're running that school closing and delay ticker at the bottom of your screen. Add one more. Hillsborough now running on a 2-hour delay this morning. Let's take you to Clark County. This is I-5 at the Interstate Bridge, and even the roads up on the Vancouver side, things look a little bit snow covered, at least on the side of the road here. So obviously some of the side streets up there could be a little slick. Let's switch gears real quick. Give you the I-205 look over the Glen Jackson Bridge. That's at SR 14. We're rolling along okay there. And then as we switch gears one more time, I'm going to show you what I-5 near the 217 interchange looks like. This is coming up from Tualatin and Tigard towards the 217 flyover, and it looks like it's just wet there, but variable freeway conditions out there for sure this morning. We'll be right back.
KGW News at Sunrise and today.
Good morning, early risers.
Thanks for joining us. What's happening here?
Live along I-5
and around the world.
Some breaking news overnight.
Preparing you for your day like no one else can. KGW News at Sunrise and today.
Brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. Join in today.
This is you shopping, and this is you maximizing at TJ Maxx. You shopping, you maximizing. You shopping, you maximizing. Find the brands you love and get more you for your money every time. It's not shopping, it's maximizing. Start maximizing today. Max life at TJ Maxx.
Visit the Nautilus shop in Vancouver. Our fitness pros will match you with the right equipment to reach your goals. Come in today, take 25% off all our world-class brands, and save up to $700. The Nautilus shop in Vancouver.
Whether your home has a crawl space or a basement, Terra Firma is the name to know. Because comfort inside your home depends a lot on what's under your home. That's why Terra Firma specializes in keeping crawl spaces and basements clean and dry. We can help stop allergy-causing mold and mildew and improve your indoor air quality so you and your family can breathe easier in a safer and more comfortable home. Call Terra Firma today for a free inspection and estimate and keep your home dry and comfortable.
Shopping for a mattress? Look for the Oregon's Best Bed sign. Our quality mattresses are made right here in Oregon. Our retailers are all family-owned and operated. You can't buy a better mattress from better people. Visit OregonsBestBeds.com.
With uncontrolled moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, you never know how your skin will look. And it can feel like no matter what you do, you're always itching. But even though you see and feel eczema on your skin, an overly sensitive immune system deep within your skin could be the cause. So help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is not a steroid, and it continuously treats your eczema even when you can't see it. At 16 weeks, more than 1 in 3 patients saw clear or almost clear skin, and patients saw a significant reduction in itch. Do not use if you are allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, a severe reaction. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems, including eye pain or changes in vision. If you are taking asthma medicines, do not change or stop your asthma medicine without talking to your doctor. Help heal your skin from within. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Hey, welcome back. It is 5:17 on your Tuesday morning. Boy, a little blast of winter weather overnight and into this morning. Take a look. This is Pioneer Courthouse Square. You can see some snow down there, and I think the word's Portland written down there.
It
in
is,
the snow.
yeah.
That's kind of cool. Hey, guys, just know that if you are leaving for work this morning, you need to leave early. It is icy. There is kind of some compressed snow out there, but the problem is some of it melted and cars drove on it, and now it's frozen and very slick out there. There are also lots of school delays and closures, so we're going to be updating that at the bottom of your screen all morning.
And real quick before we get to our live phone interview this morning, I do want to let you know that Beaverton and Tiger Tualatin schools are opening 2 hours late. We also just got word that Lake Oswego School District is closed.
Closed today. Not a school, but the Oregon Zoo just announced that they are also closing for the day. So this speaks to just how treacherous some of those roads are there. And it only takes that one side street.
Yep.
It only takes that one off road that you don't normally take. Maybe today you do, and that was a mistake. So please be careful. And if you don't have to leave the house this morning, maybe wait a few hours.
Yeah, things will get a little better by mid-morning. It is 5:18 right now. We have Roberta Altstadt from TriMet live on the phone with us. Roberta, good morning. Tell us about any cancellations or delays that your riders need to know about.
Well, I do want to let riders know that things are going pretty well out there. We currently only have 3 bus lines canceled, and Drew mentioned the Oregon Zoo. One of those bus lines is the line 63 that serves Washington Park. So those bus lines that are having the most impact are really in the hilly areas and the neighborhood areas. We were able to restore service on our line 38, Boones Ferry Road. Our supervisors were out monitoring conditions and determined that we could return service there, but buses are running with chains, and chain buses cannot go faster than 25 miles per hour. So we do encourage riders to plan some extra time, dress warmly, and check TriMet.org special alerts before they head out.
We always know that this sort of morning can impact the bus lines like you just talked about, Roberta. What about the MAX line, though? Any impacts for MAX this morning?
Max traditionally does well in the snow, and that is what is happening this morning. We did run some trains overnight just as a precaution. With kind of the changing weather, the snow continuing to fall and some of it being wet, we did run trains as a precaution to keep those overhead wires clear and keep the Max trains running.
All right, sounds good. Roberta Olstat with TriMet with an update for us. We appreciate it. We'll be checking back.
Thank you.
Well, we do want to see how those TriMet cancellations and kind of the impacts are affecting riders this morning. So let's get out to Christine Pedawanich at the Gateway Transit Center. Christine, how are things going?
Good morning. Yeah, a lot of people already getting to the transit center early because of all this snow. Max lines, as you just heard from Roberta, looking pretty okay. No cancellations that we're hearing about right now because they've been running those trains overnight, keeping the wires warm and all that. But if you follow me over here, we've got a number of people waiting for the bus. One of them, Nick over here. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being willing to talk to us. So this morning, are you getting up a little bit earlier? What are you doing to mitigate some of the snow?
I'm getting up a little earlier to make sure I get on work on time.
And typically, how long does it take you, and how long did you budget for today?
It takes about 45 minutes to get to work, but on days like this, it's usually a little longer than that.
Okay, and any plans for like getting back later on or anything like that? Just kind of...
Not sure yet. Depends on how the day's gonna go.
And typically, I know you said you commute a lot and you use the bus a lot. What are you seeing out here? Are there more people, you think, because, you know, of the snow and all that?
It's less people out here. They're too scared to come out in this weather. You know, the icy roads, the icy streets.
Okay, good luck, Nick. Thank you so much. And over here, I was just talking to this gentleman. His name's Blind. He says he's homeless, and it is cold out here. So how are you handling all this? And obviously, you're here at the transit center.
Yeah, I had a tent about a week ago, but the Port of Portland police came through and slashed it. So I bought that only about 2 weeks ago for the storm that I read was coming in. And it's like, so then they told me to go to a shelter, but they're all full. There's waiting lists a mile long. Went to the emergency shelter down, and they were full, so they couldn't accept me.
Okay, and Blind, one of the many people probably trying to stay warm on some of this public transit as well. We're going to continue to monitor the situation out here, but for now, we're sending it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Christine. The other gentleman that she was speaking to, Rod, put it pretty clearly. He said, well, it all depends on how the day goes. So I asked you, my friend, how's the day going to go?
Tell us. Well, I think we're going to get up to 40. That'll be warm enough to melt what's been a half of an inch to an inch of snow. And we should get some sun. It's one of those days I'm not sure how much sun we get, but we should be gradually developing sun breaks. So the active part of the snow event pretty much over now for all of us, unless you live down around Lebanon, for example. They're kind of on the back end of a little bit of light snow right now. Albany, Leanne saying Albany got snow too. Hip, hip, hooray. Looks like a little light dusting in Leanne's neighborhood. Again, you can post your pics at KGW, my Facebook page, pardon me, which is KGW Rod Hill. That's my Facebook. That's where I grab pics from. There's already a ton there, but I'm going to try to get through as many as I can this morning, and we love seeing them. Thank you for being our weather spotters out there. All right, to the bus stop we go. Already closures and delays, but at 8 o'clock it'll be cloudy, dry, 30 degrees, light winds. We're hoping for mid-30s by lunchtime to start to melt all this away. Partly cloudy skies, about 40 a little bit later today. The beach could get up into the mid-40s. Futurecast models have been showing a spotty shower chance, but generally we think this goes on to be a dry day as we move forward, and we'll look for some increasing sunshine. Salem 41, Corvallis 41 degrees, maybe only in the 30s in Vancouver and Battleground. Longview 41 degrees. Winds are light, including out in the Columbia River Gorge. Up on the mountain, still snowing lightly right now. They'll look for some afternoon sun breaks. Winds are light. Timberline and Meadows only 20 or 21. And again, that's a cold enough temperature that ODOT really can't get the ice off of the roadway that's there. So expect icy conditions. Again, light winds out in the gorge. They're getting some morning light snow as well. Temperatures will be in the 30s. I know they have a little bit of light rain or snow. I keep saying rain, Chris, because I'm used to saying rain, snow, snow.
You've been used to saying that this winter for sure, not snow, but it sounds like that's changing very quickly this week. All right, number of fender benders out there this morning already. I think we're looking at one here at 82nd and Killingsworth. It looks like this is right there in the median. I'm not sure what exactly is going on there, but certainly you can see that Northeast Killingsworth is pretty well snow covered, and you can imagine, as Rod was mentioning, as the cars drive over that, you squash it down, it melts, and then and then refreezes. So we've got icy conditions out there. Got a crash on Marine Drive west of I-5. Got a crash on North Portland Road, or I should say North Chautauqua near Columbia Boulevard. We just had a crash clear on I-5 northbound near the Burnside Bridge as well. Here's a quick look at one of the other notorious trouble spots, West Burnside near 24th, working your way up the hill. It looks like that is actually in pretty good shape. So we've got variable road conditions out there this morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Kaiser Permanente Northwest, leading with heart.
The most trusted morning team, KGW News at Sunrise.
You could win a trip for two to London. Watch KGW News at Sunrise from 6 to 7 a.m. each weekday this week. Look for the word of the day, then enter on the KGW TV Facebook page. Winners fly non-stop from PDX to London on Delta Airlines. Enter daily this week.
A lot happens in a day. Outlast happens once. Outlast All Day Lip Color with 24-hour stay power. Now in custom nudes from CoverGirl.
January 21st is Squirrel Appreciation Day, an entire day dedicated to squirrels. That's nuts. At AARP, we think you deserve your own day. Yeah, you. After all, you're the one working and saving for the future, so let AARP help, from planning and budgeting to getting a deal on your next trip. AARP is here to help you stretch your dollar further. Our furry friends will have their day, but today is all yours. Take on today and every day with AARP.
Show me the crown. Show me homecoming. Baby sloth videos on YouTube.
Amy, do you mind giving someone else a turn?
Oh, yeah, I've made myself a little comfortable here.
I got a pizza for Amy.
Yes, that's me.
Xfinity lets you search Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube with the sound of your voice.
And I don't have my wallet, so...
That's simple, easy, awesome. Get started with Xfinity Internet and TV for $40 each a month for 12 months when you bundle both. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Parking splat, and we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
In 15 seconds, you can get pre-qualified for a personal loan. Imagine the possibilities. Go to eloan.com and fill out our simple online application. If you get approved, we'll deposit your money the next business day. It's that simple. Simply smart. That's why our customers love us.
Welcome back on your Tuesday morning. You are taking a look at the camera in Drive 8 this morning, and they are heading on I-84 East, right near the Fairview area. If you guys are living out that way, good morning and thank you for watching. One of the big stories, of course, the potential for black ice out there. So far, we haven't seen any problems, of note, but we do want to let you know that road conditions are variable. We also want to let you know about some school closures and delays. Mount Hood Community College is closed today. Also, Centennial School District is closed. A couple of the other bigger ones closer to our metro area, Lake Oswego is closed, and Beaverton and Tigard Tualatin, they are opening 2 hours late this morning. Rod Hill will be along with your full forecast in just a second.
A group of people that work together for the same cause, whether it be training, fellowship, getting together for a picnic with families, taking a class together, learning about the industry, having each other's back, supporting each other from day to day. That's what the brotherhood, sisterhood means to me.
Having all of your union co-workers that you work alongside, so whether they're carpenters or plumbers, it's just a huge family.
This is what the NECA IBEW partnership is all about.
What do we got?
Keep an eye on that branch. Might get windy. Have a good shift.
Fire pit, last use 0600. I'd stay close. Morning.
Get ready to switch.
Protected by Flo. Should say protected by Alan and Jamie. Right?
Should it?
When you bundle home and auto, you get more than just savings. You get round-the-clock protection.
Need a tummy tuck? The lipo-lifted aesthetic medicine can permanently remove body fat and tighten skin in a single easy procedure. Take advantage of 0% financing with payments as low as $200 per month.
Visit drdarm.com, then call for a free consultation.
You. All of you. How you live. What you love. That's what inspired us to create America's most advanced internet. Internet that puts you in charge. That protects what's important. That handles everything and reaches everywhere. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is X-Fi. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Progress is confidence in chaos. Innovative safety and driver assistance technologies like Audi Presense, found in the Audi Q7. Get an exceptional offer at your local Audi dealer.
We will inform you on FM News 101.
Today on Sunrise, a very special KGW carpool with Gert Boyle. At 94, she is still one tough mother. Funny, fierce, and unfiltered. Get ready. Shots are fired. Hear what she said about her own company.
She danced into our hearts as she waited for life-saving surgery.
You asked me to come, I'm here.
Now, 6 months after her heart transplant, we catch up with Sofia Sanchez in an exclusive interview. This morning on Today.
This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It is 5:31, and we are keeping an eye on the roads this morning as black ice becomes a concern for the next maybe 90 minutes or so before things start to warm up after sunrise. Snow making its first appearance of the year in the metro area and, of course, as well on the coast.
Yeah, depending on where you're driving this morning, this could be a really tricky commute. We're going to take a look right now at the Banfield heading eastbound at 58th Avenue. There is a crash there that we know about this morning, so that's just one incident. We hope it's not one of many, but obviously we're going to see how this morning plays out over the next couple of hours.
Boy, we've just had a lot of information coming in with school delays and closures. Parents, I know that that's what you want to know about this morning, so let's start us off with a big one. Portland Public Schools just announced it is closed today. No class for students in Portland. A lot of other closures, though. Let's tell you about a few of them. Salem Kaiser, Silver Falls, Oregon City, Malala, Colton, Corbett, Park Rose, Centennial, David Douglas, Reynolds, Lake Oswego, Washougal. We also heard from Mount Hood Community College and Clackamas Community College. They are also closed this morning. Drew, you got an alert from your kids' school too.
Yeah, Westland, Wilsonville is now closed. There are so many. I call the majors. Lots of the majors already calling it a day. So I think we officially have a snow day on our hands here.
I think
Brenda
you're right.
Ashley.
And guys, lots of 2-hour delays here. Let's just run through a few of those. Hillsborough, Beaverton, Tigard, Tualatin, Gresham Barlow, Vancouver, Evergreen, Camas, and Battleground. So again, those are on 2-hour delays. And of course, we have the rest of them scrolling at the bottom of your screen on our ticker. It's also at kgw.com.
We have team coverage of the snow this morning. We want Rod Hill to start us off, though. Kind of walk us through the next few hours. What do we need to know?
Well, let's do it. Number one, the snow for Longview, Portland, Salem, the flat of the I-5 corridor is done. We're still cloudy. Maybe you see a little flurry falling, but here's the snow band. It's now pushing up into the Cascades, and for the most part, we go on to be dry after this. I do want to show you where the snow is. Sandy, right now, you're starting to dry out, but there's getting up Highway 26 on the way to Mount Hood, where they picked up 3 to 4 inches of snow. Back to Portland, 29 degrees. So the problem now becomes black ice as the snow gets compressed on sidewalks and roadways. By lunchtime, though, 36 degrees. So really, the 2-hour delay for your day overall, if you can do that, is probably a good move, because mid-morning, we should bounce to 32. Then we'll slowly get above freezing this morning. We'll stay there with developing sunshine, and temperatures could get all the way up to about 44 high, which will melt everything away that's on the ground right now. Here's Chris McGinnis.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. In the meantime, let's get a look at your drive times right now out of Clark County. And this is not because of heavy traffic volume. It's that folks are just taking it easy. So you can see the drive times are already up a little bit. Southbound 205, for instance, almost 20 minutes to get you from Patton Parkway to the Banfield. And a quick check of the drive in from the west side right now, about 18 minutes now on the inbound Sunset. Let's get a look at some of the roads across the region right now. This is the ODOT camera. Highway 213 at Beaver Creek Road. You can see that's certainly snow covered. We've had already at least a half a dozen crashes or fender benders on area roadways. We'll switch gears real quick. We'll take you over to the east side, 82nd and Gleason. You can see we've still got some snow coverage there. These are major arterials, guys, that still have some snow coverage out there this morning. So we'll stay on top of that for you.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, we want to get a closer look at some of the road conditions, and Keely Chalmers is out there.
We needed reinforcements on a morning like this. Keely, you are the reinforcements. So simple question for starters, where are you right now?
Yeah, we are on 238th in Wood Village right now. We were in the West Hills about an hour ago. We headed east on I-84, and again now we're on 238th. Let me go ahead and give you a shot of where we are right now. There you go, you can see it, and you can clearly see this is a notorious slick spot, and you can see it is snow covered right here. So we're in Wood Village, we're heading toward I-84 right now. So we just had, you know, you talked about that accident, that crash on your 58th on I-84. That must have happened just after we passed that area, and I can tell you that the interstate I-84 was still slushy, still snow covered when we were heading out here, and the temperature right now here 28 degrees, so it's actually been getting colder as the morning has gone on. But again, you can clearly see the road here snow covered. We've seen traffic going slow up here over the I-84 overpass. There was a semi truck pulled over with its hazards on. I don't know if it's still there, but again, slow going, snow covered roads. The best road we saw was actually Highway 26. We were on that about an hour ago, and that between Sylvan and heading into town, which is notoriously slick, was great. And I just heard Don Hamilton talk about why, and that's because they use salt on the road there. These roads out here have been plowed. You can see that they've been treated. There's gravel on them, but still slushy, still slick in spots, again, because we're at 28 degrees out here near Wood Village. Want to show you, we're heading up to I-84 right now, and I want to see if that truck is still pulled over on the road. Looks like it has moved, but again, travel out here certainly slick, certainly slow going, and again, I-84 still snowy and slushy in some spots. Let's head out onto it right now. We're actually we're just getting onto I-84 right now, and you can see that, yeah, the on-ramps, obviously the least treated spots, so those are still snow covered and slushy. And there's a shot of I-84. We'll keep cruising the area, looking for some problem areas, slick spots, and we'll keep you posted on conditions. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, take care, Keely. Thank you. Right now, we want to hop across the Columbia and talk to Tamara Greenwell with the Washington State Department of Transportation. She's joining us live on the phone this morning. Tam, give us an update of what drivers in Southwest Washington need to know this morning.
Sure. Just like Keely hit on, conditions vary from stretches of roadway. Apologize, there's a text coming in. I don't know if you can hear it. But so far, things look good. People are taking it really slow out there. We've been up in Adams since Sunday evening, applying what we call a pre-wet, which is a de-icer and salt mix to area roadways. But folks still want to take it slow. We typically start with the right-hand lane. So if you're heading out, try and stay in the right-hand lane because that's the area that's been treated first.
Tamara, we've heard of a lot of school closures already this morning, Portland Public, Salem Kaiser being among those. Over on the other side of the river where you're at, Vancouver, Evergreen, Battleground, Camas, 2 hours late this morning. Parents or anyone driving in around those areas right now, are there problem spots they should be aware of? Because it sounds like at some point they are still going to have to get out the door this morning.
Absolutely. We have not seen any trouble spots. We did have a collision with a semi up near Ridgefield, but that's been cleared, and currently there are no collisions in the area.
All right, we'll leave it on that note then. Tamara Greenwell with WashDOT, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Well, we just checked in with Clark County, but our Tim Gordon is in Vancouver, so let's see what Tim is finding out on the roads. Tim, how are things going?
Yeah, moving along on Mill Plain here, just to the east of I-205. Tamara's information was really good. I know out on 205 as I came down to this location, the right lane is definitely a good lane to travel and definitely more clear than the fast lanes at this point. So we're just at just east of 205. Chocoloff is right here in 18th. And this is a Fred Meyer over here. We're going to go for a little walk carefully through the snow here. Chad, watch your step. Doesn't feel too slippery. Now, I'd say it's an inch of snow in Vancouver. You look at that. I think, Rod Hill, take a look. Do you agree? I think we got an inch in Vancouver. And down here in the parking lot, earlier there was here's our live truck here we're using to keep warm. And this is the parking lot down here where they were putting some de-icer down. The Fred Meyer opens at 7, so they've been working a little bit on this parking lot. I don't know if they're going to scrape it or not. It's just an inch. But it's enough to be very slippery underneath that snow, and that's what you really got to watch out for this morning if you're driving or walking. Watch out for any ice underneath there, and that black ice certainly a concern. It's good to hear it's going to warm up in that 2-hour delay. Hopefully it'll be all they'll need up here for Clark County schools. But as you said, basically everything up here is 2 hours delayed. And so if you can delay your day a couple hours to go to work, you'd probably be a little bit better off. The main road's looking pretty good, but I know a lot of the side streets, on and off ramps, etc., are very slick. So use caution if you got to head out right now. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Tim, all this time, you know, you mentioned using the van to stay warm this morning. I thought you were using the van to get live TV on the air.
Well, I didn't say I was. Yeah, well, yeah, but we're also getting warmed up a little bit. Hey, you know, the live shots are all off a backpack on a photographer's back anymore. We don't even put this thing up, the mast up, that often anymore. But the truck has a lot of nice technical features that we have to use, and the live truck mast is always there as a backup. But we're mobile, man. We're mobile. We're out in it.
So, see, mostly he uses
Enjoy
it for the
your warm
heat.
studio, by the way, crew.
Thank you, Tim. It's actually, can I complain for a moment? It's actually very warm in here this morning, right?
Oh, in the studio.
It's like about 99
yeah.
degrees in the studio. Not a complaint, just an observation.
Why don't you head outside?
You don't care about that. You care about what he has to say.
So note in the captain's log, we just got the report from Tim that we have an inch of snow in Vancouver, right?
Right.
And it's pretty much been uniform. It was the same snow band that came in last evening, slowly moved across us overnight, that dumped anywhere from about a half of an inch to an inch of snow. Reports are the same from North Clark County all the way down through Albany.
What can I read into school closures? Because we have 2 hours late, Vancouver, Evergreen, Battleground, Camas, also out on the west side, Beaverton, Hillsborough. But as we go further south, Salem, Westland, Wilsonville, Oregon City, they're all closed. So is it safe to say that the southern parts of the area got hit harder?
No. I think they might be the most scared because they're waking up and they're still, well, they were just recently still in the snow, so it's fallen later there. But I've had pictures, we showed one last hour from Albany, it looked like Vancouver. So, but you know, it depends. Different school districts have different terrain, right? Different hills that the buses have to go in.
And if you have one group of kids that's in higher elevation, you're not going to risk it for them. So the whole area gets shut down.
So, you know, I should back up. So I don't know every little pocket. Obviously, the superintendents of these schools, we all know they get out and they have crews that drive around, they report back. So keeping our kids safe, that's always a good thing, right? Here we go with what's happening. So many pictures. Again, I'm KGW Rod Hill on Facebook, and that's where I grab my pictures from. So join the party and give me a report, and be sure when you post your pic, tell me a little something. You know, when did it start? How much did you get? This is Washougal River Road up in Skamania County, getting into the gorge. Gail Gustafson putting this pic down, and that looks to be a couple inches of snow down there maybe, right? It's kind of tough to eyeball it. But anyway, the snow has ended for the flat of the I-5 corridor. We have snow in the east side getting up in the Cascades and still out in the gorge at this hour. It's light stuff. But the big concern up and down I-5 is now increasing black ice through 7 a.m. You know, this was all snow that fell, but we as humans, you know, we walk on it, we drive on it, you get some melting, you compress it, and you get black ice. So that's an increasing threat. Temps above 32 degrees, though. However, it should pop above 32 mid-morning, 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Sunrise at 7:27. So once we get above freezing, we'll see rapid improvement. And if we hit my high of 40 today, we'll melt everything away during the day. So this is the dicey part of our morning. Temperatures near freezing to 25 in Kelso, one of the coldest spots here on the west side, and the teens out in Burns this morning. The forecast maps, 44 in Pacific City, Newport. Again, a spotty shower chance later on, but generally warming, becoming partly cloudy. Light winds, 39 degrees in McMinnville. You folks up in Cowlitz County were the first to get the snow, 41 degrees. Your temperature this afternoon. They've picked up 3 to 5 inches of snow at the resorts up on Mount Hood. Ski Bowl's picked up the most, by the way, at 5. To Government Camp, 27 today. Very snow-packed, icy Cascade passes. And there is still snow falling in the gorge, but just light stuff. Hood River has a little bit of snow on the ground. 35 degrees will be your high today with that morning snow ending. Tomorrow, sunny, cold nights upcoming. And then fast forward Friday night into Saturday. We're still eyeing what looks to be likely snow. And could there be accumulations? Yes. Do I want to say anything more? No, because whatever I say, you'll go, Rod, you don't know. So we're going to wait and see. We're going to wait and see how that plays out. But for now, a big flag on Friday overnight, Saturday, for the potential of some snow.
All right, thank you. And real quick, we do want to mention at the bottom of your screen, we've got school closures and delays. And if you go to Portland Public, you get a snow day. That district having no classes today, but staff, you report at the central office.
Yeah.
Thank you. 2 hours late.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get a check on the roads now with Chris. Any big problem spots?
Well, another one just popped up, guys. This is down in the Oregon City Westland area, south end of the Abernathy Bridge, I-205 southbound. Got a looks like a 2-car fender bender here, and only the left lane getting by at this point. So traffic quickly stacking up back towards the Oregon City side of the bridge. We'll switch gears real quick. It's not great getting across the Glen Jackson and Clark County either. Check this out. This is I-205, and I know Rod likes to give Vancouver props for getting the roads salted and cleared, but you can see there that we've got some snow coverage there, and the drive obviously running a little thick across the Glen Jackson Bridge this morning as folks taking it a little extra easy. South of town, I-5 near Capitol Highway, there's the Taylor's Ferry exit, and it looks like we've got that down to bare pavement. Rod also mentioned some snow in the gorge. Check this out. This is Interstate 84 out near Cascade Locks. That is certainly snow covered, and we get out towards the Hood River area. It's still snowing there, and that is kind of looks like a snowy mess on Interstate 84. So if you're heading that direction, be prepared, obviously, for that kind of travel condition this morning, guys. We'll keep you posted.
Tonight, classrooms in crisis.
Throwing chairs at windows. It's really intense.
Now, Kristen Severance looks at solving the problem.
It's a scary thing to see one of your classmates hurting your teacher.
What needs to happen to keep your kids safe? Tonight at 5.
In 15 seconds, you can get pre-qualified for our personal loan. Imagine the possibilities. Go to eloan.com and fill out our simple online application. If you get approved, we'll deposit your money the next business day. It's that simple. Simply smart. That's why our customers love us.
Does your customers connecting to the Wi-Fi ever slow down your business?
Yes, it does slow things down.
Aggravating. It's a nightmare.
So our gig speed network is fast. And we go beyond fast by making it easy to create separate networks for your business and your customers, and even control how much bandwidth each of those gets. So your business won't miss a beat.
This is a big game changer.
This is the new wave, and whoever doesn't get on, I think they would be left behind.
Just one more way we go beyond CenturyLink. Right now, get fast, reliable internet and add Wi-Fi Pro for a low price. Comcast Business, beyond fast.
The strength of a company comes from its employees. Their dedication, skills, sacrifice, and loyalty make us who we are. They champion your needs and strive every day to place the utmost quality, service, and integrity for every customer and repair. Thanks to our employees, we are the finest in collision repair.
Shopping for a mattress? Look for the Oregon's Best Bed sign. Our quality mattresses are made right here in Oregon. Our retailers are all family-owned and operated. You can't buy a better mattress from better people. Visit OregonsBestBeds.com.
At Oregon Eye Specialists, we know your eyes are as unique as you are and important to your overall health. We can help your eyes last a lifetime. Schedule a routine exam today and get personalized treatment and the perfect glasses at our in-house optical shop. Our experienced physicians provide medical and surgical treatment for cataracts, dry eye, and glaucoma, as well as LASIK surgery and more. Choose one of our 8 locations across Oregon for all your eye care needs. Oregon Eye Specialists, improving vision, improving life.
Hey, welcome back at 5:48. You know, this is the time in the morning where people start getting out. They're heading to work, getting kids to school if they do have class today. We have been checking in all morning with different transportation crews around the area, but we haven't heard yet from the Portland Bureau of Transportation, and we did get them on the phone, so let's welcome in John Brady. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Well, tell us what people need to know as far as city streets go. How are things looking where your crews are out?
Right. I think what people should know is all of the streets are open. You know, Burnside and the usual trouble spots are all open. We were treating those overnight with salt and magnesium chloride. People should go slow. You know, I think as you've reported, there is, you know, slush and slippery spots. So, you know, go slow, but everything is open and passable at the moment.
And John, it's funny that you mentioned that, because the first thing I do on a day like this, I check the KGW app, but I also go to PBOT's website to that, you know, Get Home Safe, so you can check road closures. Can you give that web address to our viewers so they can know as well?
Sure. If you go to portlandoregon.gov/transportation, it's right there on our homepage. It's our winter weather center. You can also see our plows and de-icers and salt trucks. They were out this morning in the Central Business District and downtown working. So yeah, that's a great tool.
John, we saw snow showers falling in downtown Portland yesterday afternoon. They stopped for a while. Obviously, they continued then overnight. So what were the challenges as far as this particular band of snow showers goes for your crews? I mean, what were the real challenges in getting the roads in decent condition for this morning's commute?
Yeah, it was really about the timing and when that precipitation was going to come through, and then whether it was going to get cold enough to get black ice. That's what I think we were most worried about last night, and then, you know, the snow came in a little bit later, and so it was more about dealing with that and putting down the salt and the de-icer in the, you know, sort of the traditional slick spots.
All right, John Brady with PBOT, thank you so much for joining us on the phone, passing along that information. Take care. Be in touch.
Take care. Thanks.
So it's still 29 degrees, right? Is that what you were saying? I mean, we haven't started that.
No. Sunrise is about 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So Keely mentioned, I mean, on a typical morning, the temperature goes, keeps going down until the sun pops up. We have cloudy skies right now. We're not going to fall off drastically, but the first chance to be 32 or above is probably 8 or maybe even 9 o'clock this morning. So black ice concerns until then.
Right, because we do keep hearing people talking about slush on the road. So don't let that mislead you into thinking everything is melting off.
Yeah,
That's just from people being out driving. Right. So it's still very slick out there.
And this minute's slush will be the next minute's black ice. So that's the big concern. It was straight snow falling, but now as we trample it down, it melts, it refreezes. It's going to get icier and icier until we get the sun up and the temperature starts to get above 32, which will happen at some point, probably no later than 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. Here's what's left of the snow. It has moved out of the I-5 corridor. And right now, the only heaviest band, heavy enough to show up on radar, if you will, is this batch through the gorge. There's the Dalles. Mount Hood's picked up 3, 4, 5 inches of snow so far. Still have light snow falling in Cascade Locks through Hood River, and then some of the Cascade foothills. But if you live in the Cascade foothill areas, Lebanon, for example, good morning to you. You're just down to some flurries right now, and your snow will soon be ending as well. Then we go on outside of a spotty shower to be completely dry today, with those temperatures getting up above freezing, as warm as 40. Pretty light of good visibility under the clouds from the Wells Fargo building. There's that current number, still sitting at 29 degrees. The air's dry, dew point's 25. With some stars twinkling tonight, that's going to set up really cold temperatures to start your Wednesday morning, but we will be dry. 29 right now. There's the melt, 36 at lunchtime, 44 high, back down to 36 degrees a little bit later today. And again, black ice through 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, the number one concern right now. Temps above 32 mid-morning. Sunrise hour, 7:27, and then our 7-day forecast. We're still eyeing that snow Friday overnight into Saturday. All right, Chris, tell me you got some good news.
Well, I think we do. It's kind of interesting. Look at this. This is one of the PBOT roads. This is, of course, West Burnside near Tishner. So it's just a little bit up the hill from Vista, Southwest Vista. And you can see that we've got some bare pavement there. So obviously using salt on the roads in some cases works pretty good, right? We've got bare pavement there on that part of Burnside at least, but we've got variable road conditions across the region. As we take you out to the northeast side, this is 77th and Sandy Boulevard, and that sure looks like some compact snow and ice in northeast Portland on 72nd and Sandy. We'll switch gears one more time behind door number 3. Again, that looks a little glazy. This is near 82nd and Division. And I've got a couple more cameras to show you. I do have one trouble spot that just popped up on the freeways a couple of minutes ago. Let's see if we can switch gears, and we'll take you down towards I-205 near the Abernathy Bridge. Got a fender bender right now near the Highway 43 exit. So this is in the West Lynn area. A couple of cars over there on the shoulder and traffic going very, very slow right now on southbound 205. So the drive time's up a little bit. Roads obviously variable across the region. We will be right back.
Ellen's all new with Ray Romano, plus Kelly Clarkson from The Voice.
She bounces. You don't even realize you're on camera. It's a television show. No, but you...
Today at 3 on KGW.
I paid the price.
You paid too much.
For loving you.
No, for your glasses. They charged you too much.
Who?
Practically anyone who isn't America's Best, where 2 pairs and a free exam are just $69.95.
That sounds good.
Music to your ears.
Speaking of, do you want to join?
I'm not really a singer.
Do you whistle?
It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. Never overpay, even with insurance. Get more with your vision insurance dollars at America's Best.
It's frustrating when you can't see clearly. Imagine there were wiper blades that did more than just wipe away the rain. Rain-X Latitude Water Repellency 2-in-1 wiper blades. Our revolutionary blades include the water-beating magic of Rain-X and works by applying the repellent directly to the glass. So water magically beads up and rolls away while you drive. Compared to traditional wipers, the difference is amazing. That's why Rain-X just won the prestigious Product of the Year award. Rain-X, outsmart the elements.
Hi, I'm Laurel Porter with an important message about your safety called Public Alerts. It's a free community notification system for the Portland-Vancouver metro area. Through Public Alerts, first responders can send you real-time, life-saving messages about emergencies. Get critical texts, calls, or emails to protect your business, to protect your home. It's free, it's easy, and it's information you need to know.
Sign up at publicalerts.org today. KGW, keeping you safe.
Good things come to those who go.
Welcome back at 5:56. Here's what's trending this morning, and we're keeping it on the weather theme. You know why? Today is National Weather Person Day. A lot of people are tweeting out shout-outs to their favorite meteorologist this morning. Some even sending them weather-themed treats. Well, I don't think any of us got any treats like this for Rod. Hey, here on Sunrise, we want to wish our own Rod Hill a happy Weather Person Day, our resident meteorologist. That's quite an interesting shot we've chosen.
He's an athletic meteorologist.
Apparently so. Also, hey, you know, Chris McGinnis is our traffic expert, but Chris McGinnis is also a meteorologist. So we've got kind of double duty on the weather team here on our Sunrise shift. We're super lucky with that. That's not a new picture of Rod, but that's a handsome photo.
That actually looks more like Chris McGinnis than Rod Hill at this point.
He's going to hate us now. Okay, we're back after this.
When we set out to create America's most advanced internet, we started with you. We started by realizing that Grandma should always be within arm's reach, from any room in the house. That dinner time is for catching up with each other. That homework should be anything but textbook.
Oh my God, it works!
That the basement can be where everyone wants to be. That feeling safe at home should be a given. And that the best nights out can be nights in. That's how we reimagined Wi-Fi and created Xfinity XFi. Internet that brings your home together. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is XFi. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
This is our calling, our time to come together. It's the laughter of kids at Baxter Auto Parts Free Kids Trout Pond. Knowing we're prepared thanks to outdoor survival expert Brett Stoffel, presented by your local Toyota dealers. And the pride that comes with entering our trophies in the Head and Horns competition. This is your tradition. Make it a celebration. the Pacific Northwest Sportsman's Show, presented by Loophole. Join us February 6th through 10th at the Portland Expo Center.
Hey, welcome back at 5:58. We so appreciate all of you out there sending us photos of what things are looking like in your neighborhoods. You're sending in great photos and videos. This viewer sent one in from Oregon City, says she sat on the porch last night and just watched the snowfall. Peaceful. Andy sent us a photo from Northeast Portland. You can see the roads pretty much just covered there.
We also have a video sent to us from Brian. Viewer Brian last night sent this in from Gladstone as the snow was falling there on top of the truck. And finally, how about this picture from Jesse? The coast was the story yesterday. They had that snowfall yesterday morning. We were all in awe of the shots down there along the Oregon coast of the snow, but guess what? It's a snow day for a lot of other people here in the metro area this morning. The 6 o'clock hour of Sunrise is coming up here in just a moment, Brenda.
And we're going to be back in about 2 minutes with more weather coverage. Right now, you are taking a live look at the Gateway Transit Center. We will check in on the road conditions with our crews, and we'll also be talking live with ODOT.
I went to Catholic grade school, Catholic high school, and for me, University of Portland seemed like a perfect fit. I learned to be passionate about my faith and that serving others is where true joy can come from. That's something that I'm trying to pass on now. As a principal of a Catholic grade school, I get to be in a place where we really try to develop in our students a habit of service, of being a person for others. And I know that's exactly what's going on at the University of Portland. They're really teaching the head, the heart, and the hands, because that's the kind of people the world needs.
Enamel is the strong white outer layer of your tooth surface. The thing that's really important to dentists is to make sure that that enamel stays strong and resilient for a lifetime. The more that we can strengthen and reharden that tooth surface, the whiter their patient's teeth are going to be. Dentists are going to really want to recommend Pronamel Strong and Bright. It helps to. It also has stain lifting action. It's going to give their patients the protection that they need and the whiter teeth that they want.
There's never been a better time to save on new windows with Renewal by Andersen's BOGO Bonus Spectacular. Right now, when you buy one window, you get the second one at 40% off. Plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Trusted by homeowners for over 100 years, every Renewal by Andersen installation is performed by a team of certified master installers, offering the best in quality and service for total peace of mind. With plenty of styles and colors to choose from, you can give your home the look you've always dreamed of. Buy one window and get the second one at 40% off. Plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Call or go online to schedule a free in-home consultation during our BOGO Bonus Spectacular with Renewal by Andersen, your start-to-finish window and patio door replacement experts. Offer ends February 28th.
Weekday mornings, KGW meteorologist Rod Hill is on it.
Boom, you got snow on the ground.
Traffic expert Chris McGinnis helping you stay safe.
Widespread freezing fog.
The most accurate, most trusted morning team, KGW News at Sunrise.
You could win a trip for 2 to London. Watch KGW News at Sunrise from 6 to 7 a.m. each weekday this week. Look for the word of the day, then enter on the KGW TV Facebook page. Winners fly non-stop from PDX to London on Delta Airlines. Enter daily this week.
This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Hey, a lot of you I know just waking up this hour, and many of you waking up to snow on the ground. We got hit overnight, even in downtown Portland. There you see the snow, Pioneer Courthouse Square. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is, I'm going to say officially, a snow day.
Oh, yes, it is. And the snow and ice closing several school districts today, including Portland Public Schools. So, no class, kids. Also want to let you know, this is on the closure list. Salem Kaiser, Silver Falls, Oregon City, Molalla, Colton, Corbett, Park Rose, Centennial, David Douglas, I'm running out of breath, Reynolds, Lake Oswego, and Washougal. Here are some of the districts opening 2 hours late. Hillsborough, Beaverton, Tigard, Tualatin, Gresham, Barlow, Vancouver, Evergreen, Camas, and Battleground. We can't verbally run down everything, but we do have them listed on the ticker below, as well as on our website, kgw.com.
Boy, well, we have team coverage as you head out the door this morning. We have Keely Chalmers in Drive 8. She is checking out the road conditions. Christine Pitawanich is talking with TriMet commuters in East County. We also have Tim Gordon checking out things in Vancouver, but we start with Rod Hill in the Weather Center.
Hi, everybody. Well, the first very clear message is we are dry. So what was a dusting to an inch, some spots a little bit more up and down the I-5 corridor, that has ended. Snow, of course, is on the ground. It's snowing in the Cascades. Still light snow for those of you out in the gorge. Good morning, Stevenson. Good morning, Cascade Locks. Nothing back to our west. So right now, we're just waiting for the sun to pop up. That happens at 7:27 this morning. And for the temperature to get up to above 32 degrees, and then we'll start loosening the ice and eventually melting all of the snow away during the day. Right now we are at 30. That's actually up 1 degree, so that's good news, right? Lots of school delays, a few closures, but 8 o'clock this morning I still think we'll be below freezing. Black ice continues to be a threat. 36 at noon though, all the ice gone, snow starting to melt. 40 degrees a little bit later today would melt everything. And real quick, here's Northeast Salem, about 2 inches, Lisa says, on the ground. Looks very similar no matter where you go today. Here's Chris McGinnis.
The roads are variable. We've got variable conditions on the freeway system and variable conditions on side roads and major arterials as well. This is a live look in Westland, I-205 South on the Westland side of the Abernathy Bridge. There's the Highway 43 exit ramp. Got a 2-car fender bender there. It looks like traffic getting by to the left. We've got light volume for now on that side of town, but obviously you can still see some snow coverage on the road. Let's switch gears. We'll take you to the Banfield. That's eastbound I-84 coming out of Hollywood. Left lane blocked with a fender bender there. We had some earlier trouble on I-5 through the Rose Quarter. That has cleared, but my drive through there about 2 hours ago was pretty snow and slushy covered. Here's a quick check of the drive out of Clark County right now. And, you know, while they do an outstanding job of getting the roads down to bare pavement in many cases, you can plainly see that we still have some snow coverage there and guys taking it pretty easy on the ramp from SR 14 to I-205. And that's really probably the best advice this morning. Just slow and steady out there on the roads. We'll keep you posted.
All right, Chris, you know, we see all those cars out there on the road, and I'm thinking to myself, wouldn't it be great if we could get inside one of those cars? We can get inside one of those cars thanks to Keely Chalmers.
Yeah, she is in our mobile unit. It's called Drive 8. Hey, Keels, good morning. Tell us where you are right now.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're on I-84. We're heading west into town right now. Let me go ahead and show you the road conditions out here, and you can see there is still snow obviously along the side of the interstate, and you're still seeing a little bit on the interstate as well. It's slushy right here. I can tell you back closer to Gresham and Fairview, it was pretty snow covered and kind of bumpy, kind of slick in spots. Again, we're on I-84. That was both heading east on I-84 and heading west on I-84. As you can see, the closer you get to town, the better the road is. Right now just kind of wet, but certainly slushy in some spots. The traffic is going slow. I think we're going to start to head north on I-5 here in a second. We'll check that out as well. But we were up in the West Hills. I can tell you that the residential streets certainly snow covered, slick in spots. Burnside looking pretty good. Highway 26, actually, the notoriously bad and slick spot between Sylvan Overpass heading into town was actually looking good. That was one of the best spots on the roads we've seen so far this morning, and that was, as ODOT explained, because of salt on the roads. But again, we have seen some cars spinning out, or not in the process of spinning out, but stuck on the side of the road after having some sort of crash or spin out as we've been traveling this morning. But again, we are now heading onto I-5. This is the off-ramp from I-84 west onto I-5 north. And again, you can see fairly slick, slow-going traffic. We will be out here throughout the morning as we have been, and we will keep you posted on these slow-going road conditions. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys.
Absolutely. Keely, thank you so much. Take care. She mentioned ODOT, so we want to get live on the phone. Don Hamilton, he's been speaking with us from the Oregon Department of Transportation. So, Don, I'm sure you were listening into Keely and some of our other crews talking about salt and talking about, you know, wet pavement. If people can't delay their trip and they are going to get out, give us kind of an overview of how the morning is going so far on the roads.
Well, it's important to remember we're still in the early phases of the morning commute at this point. But I think so far so good. I mean, I think we've had a very civilized, very cautious kind of commute. There have been a few fender benders, but not too many at all. So if we're grading on how things are going, I think it's going fairly well. Our crews have been working hard to do what we can to make sure that these roads are as safe as possible.
You know, Chris McGinnis is giving us the look right now. He's showing us what really sometimes is a terrible spot on a day like this, talking about the Sunset Highway as you approach the tunnel. What's that, Chris?
Breeze Hill, I-5.
And Breeze Hill and I-5. Those look fantastic with the pictures that Chris is showing us right now. You can go ahead right now, Don, and explain why those roads are in such good shape.
Well, we've been hitting them both hard today. Those are two of the real trouble spots we've got. Highway 26 going up to Sylvan, and then Breeze Hill, which is that section, that slow incline from north on I-5 from 217. And we've been hitting them both hard with both de-icer and, in the case of the Sunset Highway, with salt. So those are areas where historically, as people might remember, we've had big problems in winter storms in the past.
All right, Don Hamilton with ODOT joining us live on the phone. If anything changes, we'll check back immediately. Thank you so much for your time.
Sounds good.
It is 6:09 now. We were telling you earlier about some school delays and closures, and a lot of schools in Clark County are so far opening 2 hours late this morning. So let's get out to Tim Gordon in Vancouver. Tim, how are things where you are?
All right, well, at least the snow has stopped, so hopefully gives that 2-hour delay a chance to be what actually happens up here. But we got an inch of snow at least on the ground. We're just off of 205 at Mill Plain. Check out the sidewalk. We nice fresh snow here. It's quite light and dry, and I can tell you just underneath it, you know, that's actually pretty good. That feels pretty good. It's not slipping around. I don't feel ice underneath this sidewalk, but you know, that's what you really got to watch out for. You get this light layer of inch of snow on it, and underneath there can be ice from yesterday freezing up overnight, and you can slip and fall on that, and it can also be out on the roads. That's what you need to watch out for. You see Mill Plain here, looking pretty good. I'm going to shoot some video now for you that I shot about 4 o'clock this morning when I first pulled into this location. And you can see the plows and de-icers kind of using this interchange as a spot to where they're working Mill Plain, but also getting back out on 205 and working the freeway as well. So they've been up overnight. Both WashDOT, Clark County, Vancouver all have their people out in trucks and working on this weather situation on the roadways for sure. We also talked to a guy who's an Uber Eats driver delivering foods to last night overnight, and he had some good advice for driving in these conditions.
Obviously take it slow, and ABS brakes sometimes won't save you. You have to let off the brake still and just slow down and try your best.
Everything gentle.
Everything gentle.
Yeah. Yeah, go gently, my dad says. A little more video here. This is a WashDOT truck getting on the Interstate 205 heading north off on the on-ramp here from Mill Plain, where we are. Back here live, you see the traffic. I mean, this is a busy roadway, and it's definitely got some traffic on it. Moving along pretty good so far. Definitely slippery in spots and slushy on the roads where they've treated it. Guys, back to you in Portland.
All right, Tim, thanks. I know when I drove in, I mean, this was a couple hours ago, but coming from Vancouver to Portland, it was, you know, people going like 25 on the interstate. So at least people at that point were paying attention. It was so slick.
But it was coming down then, too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's still snowing. So the active part of the weather event is over. Now we're waiting to warm up. And by the way, real quick, yesterday, you know, we did a Facebook Live and we talked about what's the difference between the generic weather apps that you get on your phone to follow along versus following, you know, a local weather source. So for example, yesterday about noon, we put on, I put on my Twitter, my Facebook page, and we talked about at lunchtime, our Futurecast models with an image showing the snow showers that would hit last evening, and said if we get the snow showers this evening, surface temperatures would be freezing. We get a dusting of snow would accumulate. That moisture could turn into black ice as temperatures cool into the 20s overnight. So that's exactly what has happened.
You saying you nailed it?
Well, but it is a good point that you don't get that type of information from just looking at your generic little icon on that came with your iPhone.
And we don't get this face either. I mean, I may get that big snowflake come from the app, but I don't get your face.
Moments ago, you made fun of my face when you showed my picture. Moving on.
Listening.
We have the Dow's live camera. You know what? This looked pretty similar when I did the noon show yesterday. So it's been really light snow out in the Dow's. Accumulations haven't overly stacked up in the gorge. Temperature out there in the East Gorge is 28 degrees. That's a camera from the Oregon's Veterans Home out there in the East Gorge. Good visibility coming into town. We're cloudy. Again, the precipitation is over. We're still freezing, though. And as more and more of us touch snow and compress it and melt it a little bit with our vehicles, it refreezes and black ice continues to grow. So that's our big concern right now, increasing icy conditions. 26 Battleground, 28 Hillsboro, Beaverton 29. What's on the ground is pretty much a dusting to an inch or slightly more in just about all locations from Clark County down through Albany, where it's 29 degrees right now. So snow has ended for the flat of the I-5 corridor. I know it's still snowing in the gorge and up in the Cascades. Increasing black ice through 7 a.m. Temps above 32 somewhere mid-morning. Sunrise hour is 7:27. Once we get above freezing, we'll see rapid improvement. The beach today all the way up into the low to mid-40s for high temperatures. There's a spotty shower chance showing up on our Futurecast models, but basically we'll look for increasing sun breaks during the day, light winds, and temperatures in Salem and Corvallis hitting 40. That's enough to melt everything away that's fallen. 30s to about 40 degrees up in southwest Washington. The gorge, your morning snow will be ending, and then it goes on to be a dry afternoon. And on the 7-day, tonight really cold, tomorrow sunny, a little bit of light rain maybe Thursday, but the big story here is Friday overnight into Saturday. We have a better chance of significant snowfall than what we have just gotten out of. Chris McGinnis is watching every single roadway in the area.
Yeah, we've had a couple of freeway fender benders this morning. I want to show you the latest one. This is in West Lynn, I-205 southbound traffic with the headlights coming towards your television screen. Looks like somebody kind of slid off the road and went towards the guardrail there. So traffic getting around that, but obviously kind of slowly at this point. We'll switch gears real quick behind door number 2. A live look at I-5 through North Portland. This is from Lombard. We're looking south down towards North Portland and the Fremont Bridge. Northbound traffic rolling along okay. And then a quick check of the west side. And I know Don Hamilton mentioned that they put down some salt on the Sunset. Here it looks like we're down to bare pavement. This is near Jefferson. But just to give you an idea how the roads vary here across the region, even the freeways, this is Highway 26, and there's the ramp from 217 north onto 26, and that certainly looks a little snow covered this morning. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Get traffic reports by downloading the KGW Portland Traffic app.
Progress is confidence in chaos. Innovative safety and driver assistance technologies like Audi Presence, found in the Audi Q7. Get an exceptional offer at your local Audi dealer.
The brightest stars are at Spirit Mountain Casino. Don't miss Engelbert Humperdinck, Kevin and Caruso, Magic, and Johnny Mathis. See the biggest stars in person at Spirit Mountain Casino.
Whether your home has a crawl space or a basement, Terra Firma is the name to know. Because comfort inside your home depends a lot on what's under your home. That's why Terra Firma specializes in keeping crawl spaces and basements clean and dry. We can help stop allergy-causing mold and mildew and improve your indoor air quality so you and your family can breathe easier in a safer and more comfortable home. Call Terra Firma today for a free inspection and estimate and keep your home dry and comfortable.
We're doing karaoke later, and you're gonna sing.
Jamie, this is your house?
I know, it's not much, but it's home. Right, kids?
Kids? You didn't tell me your friends were coming? Oh, yeah. This one is tiny, like a child.
Yeah, she is. Oh, but seriously, it's good to be surrounded by what matters most. A home and auto bundle from Progressive.
Oh, sweetie, please, play for us.
Oh, no, I couldn't. Okay.
Why are Subaru Outback owners always smiling? Because they've chosen the industry leader. Subaru Outback holds its value better than any other vehicle in its class according to ALG. Better than Murano. Better than Santa Fe Sport. Better than Edge. Make every adventure a happy one with Subaru Outback.
Get 0% APR financing on the 2019 Subaru Outback, now through February 28th.
Tonight, an exclusive KGW investigation exposed classrooms in crisis.
Throwing chairs at windows, it's really intense.
Now, Kristen Severance looks at solving the problem.
I have a bill, I have dozens of co-sponsors.
One district's actions to prevent students from losing control.
Practice breathing, practice problem solving.
Plus, a new report reveals it's a statewide issue.
It's a scary thing to see one of your classmates hurting your teacher.
What needs to happen to keep your kids safe? Classrooms in crisis, tonight at 5.
6:18 on a Tuesday morning. It's a snow day for many. Lots of school cancellations. Lots of school delays. We'll mention right here off the top, Portland Public Schools closed today, as are Salem Kaiser schools. You can see the crawl at the bottom of your screen with all the updated school closure and school delay information. And this is a live look right now out at the Gateway Transit Center. We have Christine Pitawanich talking to some commuters there this morning. We also, though, have Roberta Allstat from TriMet on the phone with us right now. So this is basically what I say, a great day for public transportation, Ashley, and a great day, Roberta, for people to avoid getting on the roads. But we should tell them about, for starters, any cancellations as far as your bus lines are concerned.
We only have about 8 of our 83 bus lines that are adjusted in some way. 3 of those are cancellations. Those are the routes that travel in the hills and the neighborhood areas. We do have a few others that are detoured based on crashes blocking the streets and campus closures. The PCC Sylvania campus is closed, so we're not able to serve that area. We do have some minor delays on the Max Blue, Green, and Red Line right now. Our crews had to get in and clear out one of our switches as some ice got in there. But those trains are rolling, and as you said, it is a great day to take transit.
Roberta, what about Lyft paratransit services? We've had some viewers asking about that this morning.
That is running normal this morning. Those folks that have their reservations will have their service running. I do also want to give a big shout out to our partners, ODOT, PBOT. They're the ones that keep the streets clear so that our busiest bus lines can continue. And we really, really appreciate that, as well as our riders' patience and understanding. You heard from folks out there at Gateway Transit Center. They're planning extra time, and really in winter weather like this, plan extra time, dress warmly. Be careful getting to and from your stops and stations, and check trimet.org/alerts before you head out.
There it is one more time. I was just going to ask you, Roberta, what's that website again? Say it nice and slow so our viewers know where to go to check before they head out the door.
trimet.org/alerts.
Thank you so much, Roberta Allstat from TriMet, giving us the update as far as public transportation goes this morning.
Excellent. All right, it is 6:20. We want to bring in Christine Pitawanich now. She has been out there at the Gateway Transit Center talking to commuters. So, Christine, what are you hearing out in East County?
Well, so far, a number of people, at least that I've spoken with this morning, say they got here a little bit early because they weren't sure what to expect when they got out here. But as you just heard from TriMet, it seems things are running pretty smoothly as for in terms of the MAX lines. 15-minute delay, though. Just heard that from Roberta Allstat with TriMet because of a little bit of ice on the switch. We did see a couple of trains that were, sitting around for just a little bit. You can see people waiting on the platform. I think the delay potentially might be up to 15 minutes. So just make sure that if you're heading out today, if you plan to take public transit because of this snow, just to budget a little extra time. We've also been talking to some people who have been taking the bus. And of course, you heard that a few bus routes were canceled up in the hills, some delays as well. I have Eric here, who I was just talking with a second ago. Eric, this morning when you woke up, you saw the snow. What went through your mind?
Just wanted to make sure I could get to the bus stop without falling and make sure the buses were running on time.
Okay, so did that mean, did you go online? What did you check everything?
Yeah, I checked the TriMet app and made sure that the bus schedule was going and went out early to make sure that I didn't slip.
Okay, yeah, okay, so you just heard that. He went out early, made sure he didn't want to slip. Another man I spoke to, his name's Cheryl. He's getting on the bus, I think, here pretty soon. And hey, good luck to you. I think I got to wrap it up, but hey, good luck. I know you're trying to get to work.
All right.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. He's trying to get to work. A lot of other people, too, getting out here early. And remember, if you're getting out here early or if you want to get on this public transportation, make sure you check out trimet.org/alerts. That's where you can find any cancellations or delays. Back to you.
Excellent. Thank you, Christine.
We are going to head to break right now. We will have much more weather and traffic coverage when we come back. We do want to let you know this is an ODOT camera showing a multi-car accident. This is in Northeast Portland at 82nd and Sandy. We're going to work to get some information on this. And then again, we will have Chris McGinnis with traffic and Rod after the break.
Ellen's all new with Ray Romano, plus Kelly Clarkson from The Voice.
She bounces. You don't even realize you're on camera. It's a television show. No, but you...
Today at 3 on KGW.
I'm Dr. Young Shin, Kaiser Permanente Northwest.
Between our quality outcomes and coordinated system, top doctors and surgeons come to us wanting to be part of our team. We want the best quality of life for our patients so that they can continue to thrive.
Hi, I'm Laurel Porter with an important message about your safety called Public Alerts. It's a free community notification system for the Portland-Vancouver metro area. Through Public Alerts, first responders can send you real-time, life-saving messages about emergencies. Get critical texts, calls, or emails to protect your business, to protect your home. It's free, it's easy, and it's information you need to know.
Sign up at publicalerts.org today. KGW, keeping you safe.
By the time that we got up there, his room was filled with smoke.
The wind had blown and drifted the snow up against the side of my house, blocking the exhaust from my furnace.
I heard the smoke alarm going off in my friend's apartment.
Without the kid's smoke alarm, my son would not be here today.
And had it not been for that carbon monoxide detector, they would come to school and not have their teacher there.
I grabbed my fire extinguisher and put out the fire.
Get these essential products at the Home Depot.
Does your customers connecting to the Wi-Fi ever slow down your business?
Yes, it does slow things down.
Aggravating. It's a nightmare.
So our gig speed network is fast. And we go beyond fast by making it easy to create separate networks for your business and your customers, and even control how much bandwidth each of those gets. So your business won't miss a beat.
This is a big game changer.
This is the new wave, and whoever doesn't get on, I think they would be left behind.
Just one more way we go beyond CenturyLink. Right now, get fast, reliable internet and add Wi-Fi Pro for a low price. Comcast Business, beyond fast.
Well, it's time to switch car insurance.
Hey, I think we have a winner. Amica Car Insurance.
Wasn't Dave at the office talking about some great company?
Amica is crushing it with customer reviews.
Why do squirrels run back and forth like that? Pick a direction.
Look at all these discounts.
Amica, that was the company.
I know who we should call for car insurance.
Call Amica now and get ready for a unique experience. We'll ask more questions and guide you to the right decision. Welcome to Amica. This is helpfulness insured.
I'm Drew Carney, inviting you to join in a fantastic tradition by making a splash for Special Olympics Oregon and jumping into the Columbia River during the Law Enforcement Special Olympics Polar Plunge, February 23rd. Sign up with friends and family at plungeoregon.com.
Plunge right alongside law enforcement officers from your community, and together, let's show our support.
When you brave the icy water, it makes a big difference in the lives of athletes like me.
The Oregon Law Enforcement Polar Plunge for Special Olympics Oregon, presented by Fred Meyer.
The soil around your home expands when it's wet and contracts when it's dry. Over time, that can compromise your foundation. Terra Firma has the systems to make your foundation safe and solid again. So if you suspect foundation problems, call us today for a free inspection.
Guys, welcome back. I want to get you back to Northeast Portland. This is a Peabody camera near the intersection of 82nd and Sandy Boulevard. And we talked about the variable road conditions out there. Well, look at this one. I'm not sure if we're looking at 82nd or Sandy at this point. It's at the intersection of 82nd and Sandy, but you can plainly see one car, a minivan, looks like it slid off the road, another one kind of up against the shoulder, and there goes a tow truck a little farther up the road. We've got flashing lights. It looks like that intersection is basically shut down, and even if you were to try to drive through it, you'd be driving on a skating rink at this point. And I think we can all agree that that's pretty much what this looks like from this camera. Looks like ODOT may be shifting that camera around a little bit. I've got another vantage point from Sandy Boulevard near, 82nd and Tillamook. So that's going to be just downstream. And as we look off in the distance here, it looks like we've got a lot of flashing lights and a bunch of cars there over on the shoulder. So I don't see a lot going on right there at 82nd Avenue. You can see the road plainly. I mean, the way the lights are kind of glaring off that, it looks like a sheet of ice. So variable road conditions. This is one road that definitely looks like it is in very, very bad shape this morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Choose from Oregon's largest selection at Curtis Trailers, Portland and Beaverton.
I knew about Hand and Stone for a while, and then my husband had given me a gift card. It took me a while to make that appointment. Once I did, I was hooked.
Buy a spa package for Valentine's Day and enjoy a free massage or facial.
Choosing my car insurance was the easiest decision ever. I switched to Geico and saved hundreds. That's a win. But it's not the only reason I switched. Geico's a company I can trust, with over 75 years of great savings and service. Now that's a win-win.
Switch to Geico. It's a win-win.
It's the President's Day sale at Best
BedMart. Get incredible savings store-wide, plus instant rebates on our most popular mattress sets. With queen mattresses from $3.99. Only during BedMart's President's Day sale. Be BedSmart. Shop BedMart.
Yes, where I learned my computer skills at a Goodwill Career Center.
Goodwill provides free hands-on training in Microsoft Office, whether you're a beginner or just need to brush up on the skills you need in today's job market. Find out more at goodwilljobconnection.org. It's free.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one night.
I have never seen a production any better than this anywhere.
5-star.
I was just blown away.
A cultural phenomenon.
I learned more in this performance than I actually do in a whole week of school.
It was special for us.
It's so spiritual and uplifting.
It really healed me.
It's kind of magical.
Coming to Keller Auditorium, April 12th through 14th. Tickets at shenyun.com/Portland or call 888-974-3698.
Weekday morning, KGW meteorologist Rod Hill is on it, alerting you first.
Potentially some power outages,
School closures and delays updated fast.
big problems tomorrow.
Traffic expert Chris McGinnis helping you stay safe and save time.
Widespread freezing fog.
Whether you've lived here your whole life,
Here's our storm coming.
or it's your first winter,
This is not normal.
the most accurate,
Pouring rain.
most trusted morning team, KGW News at Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. This is KGW News at Sunrise.
And as we approach 6:30, we want to show you this live PBOT camera. Look at that. That street, which is 82nd, is just a sheet of ice, and there is a multi-car accident closing the area between Fremont and Sandy. So you can see the flashing lights there in the distance, and you see a minivan up on the side of the road. That's kind of a microcosm of what we're seeing. It just depends on where you are, but be careful as you head out.
Bottom line is we know that's not the only road that looks like that this morning. So again, take caution when you leave this morning. A lot of people may not have to leave the house this morning because it is a snow day for a lot of kids in the area. Portland Public, Salem Kaiser among the closures. Let's get to more closures and delays right now. I know we have a full list here, Ashley.
Okay, let's start with some of the delays. So the Gresham, Barlow, Evergreen, Vancouver, Camas, Washougal, Battleground, Hawkinson, and Ridgefield districts are on 2-hour late starts this morning. Now, as for cancellations, there are a lot of them. Reynolds and Corbett are some of them. You know, Portland, Drew, you named them. We've got a whole list scrolling at the bottom of your screen and at kgw.com. This is obviously not the latest graphic with the cancellations.
That is a truncated list, if
we
you
will
will.
get that to you shortly.
But we do have them running at the bottom,
do.
so you know you can also check the website. Do so. We have team coverage for you as you head out the door wherever you're going this morning. Keely Chalmers is in Drive 8. She's been checking out the road conditions. Christine Pitawanich talking with TriMet commuters in East County, and Tim Gordon is monitoring conditions across the Columbia in Vancouver. But we do want to start this morning with meteorologist Rod Hill in the Weather Center.
Good morning. The message right now is that the active part of this weather event, the snow, that is over. So the radar right now shows, I mean, you might see a flurry dropping from a cloud, but basically we're dry up and down I-5. The snow has moved off into the Cascades. So what are we dealing with now? We're dealing with freezing temperatures. We're dealing with the fact that we're walking and driving on all of this snow that fell last night. It was about a dusting to an inch or even 2 in some spots. And now that's becoming increasingly icy out there. Black ice developing all over the place. We're at 30 degrees temperature-wise. We've had a lot of school delays, some cancellations. So 8 o'clock this morning will still be freezing. Black ice threat continues. By lunchtime, though, 36 degrees. Now the ice threat is gone, and hitting 40 with developing sunbreaks this afternoon at 3 p.m. would melt most of the snow, probably all of it, away. The weather event, by the way, is over. We will be dry tonight. We will be dry tomorrow. Here's Chris.
But the traffic event, far from it. Let's get back to the freeways right now. Rod, this is a live look at I-205. You're looking at the southbound commute coming towards your television screen in the West Lynn area. That's a place where we had a freeway fender bender near the Highway 43 exit ramp. And I think you can see the flashing lights on the left-hand side of your screen. So we still have something hanging up the drive there for sure. We've had a couple of freeway crashes this morning. We've had numerous wrecks, though, off the freeway. And the latest big trouble spot appears to be this one in North Portland. Let me see if I can bring this camera back live for you. I want to look at the intersection of 82nd and Sandy Boulevard right now. We are looking at a crash scene here with a number of cars involved. And right now, 82nd Avenue is pretty much closed north of Fremont. You can see it's just a sheet of ice out here. One car on the side here, another one looks like tending to this minivan that slid off the road, and all the flashing lights off the just up the hill here. So really, really treacherous across parts of the area. The areas that saw salt on the roads, like the Sunset near the Vista Ridge Tunnel, that appears to be good. But guys, this morning we are plainly seeing lots of area roadways that are not in such good shape. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, I had to ask earlier, like, is that the light playing tricks on us? Because that looks like a sheet of ice there.
100%.
Solid glaze, yeah.
All right, Chris has given us the big picture perspective of many cars on the road, and then we have that singular perspective from Keely Chalmers in one car on the road.
So, Keels, last time we talked to you, you were on I-84. You were heading into town. Which direction did you go from there?
Well, yeah, we were heading west into town. We went through downtown. We went on to Highway 26. And things were looking good out there. So nothing to report, actually. That salt is working well. But now I want to give you a perspective of where we are. We're actually turning on to, we're heading on to I-84, heading east right now from I-5. And you can see, again, the pavement right here just looking wet, but clearly snow along the sides of the roads. I-84, the closer you get to, say, Gresham or Fairview, the dicier the road conditions get. So fairly slick out there, not too bad right here. We're actually heading out to 82nd and Sandy to check out that crash or that situation out there right now. As Chris said, that the intersection of 82nd and Sandy, very slick. But again, the residential roads still snow covered, still slick. We're at freezing right now, 32 degrees. So again, any of the stuff that hasn't been cleared away out on the roads is still frozen and is still slick. I want to give a shout out to my photographer / driver, Dave Angiers, who's really doing a great job at keeping us safe on the roads. And traffic is certainly slow going. But again, Highway 26 near the Sylvan overpass and the tunnel, which is notoriously slick, actually looking pretty good right now. I-84 close to town, not too bad. The farther you get out of town, that's where things get slick, and obviously those side roads, the residential streets, still slick at this point. Traffic very slow going. Again, we're heading out to that situation out at 82nd and Sandy, and we'll keep you posted, and we'll check back in just a second. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, Keely. We'll check back in with Keely as the morning progresses here.
Hey guys, we just want to check in right now from a tweet. This is from Portland Police, the East Precinct. They tweeted out that Northeast Gleason is one of the iciest streets that officers have been out and encountered this morning. They say no slush, no snow. It is sheer ice there. Apparently a car couldn't stop and it slid right into a gasoline tanker.
Oh my goodness.
Or at least it turned into it. I can't totally tell here from these pictures or the tweet. It looks like it might have hit the tanker. No injuries, according to police. They've got a tow truck on the way out here. I can't tell exactly where this is. 148th and Northeast Gleason, it looks like. We have our Christine Pitawanich on the way to this scene right now, and we will bring you an update. But guys, man, it just shows how sheer icy it is out there this morning.
And you know what? That's what we were afraid.
Yeah.
Would happen as more people got out on the roads, kind of warmed it up enough that it just refroze. Okay, a quick note for families. All morning we've been telling you about Gresham Barlow School District being 2 hours late. They are now closed. Kids in the Gresham Barlow School District, no classes. That is just late information that we're getting here at KGW.
Obviously, a lot of school closures in this morning. Those were continue to scroll there at the bottom of your screen. Portland Public, Salem Kaiser, you just mentioned, Brenda, Gresham Barlow. We do, I believe, have Tamara Greenwell on the line right now from the Washington Department of Transportation. And we just talked a moment ago about some of the real problem spots right now on the roads on this side of the Columbia River. Tamara, are there problem spots on your side, in the Vancouver, Clark County side, that we should know of right now?
Currently, we're not seeing any collisions, but I think is what all of you were talking about. Conditions vary from city and county roads to state highways. So folks are going to be heading out this morning. They want to take it slow and plan for extra travel time.
So, Tamara, we were looking at some of the city roads that are maintained by ODOT, and they are a sheet of ice. So when you say variable, are you seeing things like that in Clark County or no?
I haven't. So I came in from my house to our Main Street offices on Vancouver city streets. They were drivable, and the highways are bare and wet. But, you know, conditions change. Sections of roadway can refreeze if traffic's not traveling on it. Or if, you know, conditions change, things get colder. So it's really important just to take it slow if you do head out.
All right, Tamara, we're also taking a look right now at some of the major stretches there. I-5 heading into Portland, also 205 heading into the Portland area. Any problem spots that we should know about in those major thoroughfares?
We are seeing traffic starting to stack up, you know, southbound I-5 from the Interstate Bridge up to about Main Street. That's typical for this time of the morning. So, you know, if folks do head out, I want to stress that they shouldn't expect typical road conditions. You know, don't expect that you can go 60 on the highway today because conditions do change. You know, I keep saying it, but take it slow.
All right, Tamara, thanks so much for joining us here in the air. Tamara Greenwell again from the Washington Department of Transportation. And we're going to keep it in Clark County right now, Ashley.
Yeah, we are. Tim Gordon has been out in Vancouver all morning, so let's check in. Tim, get us up to speed on where you are right now.
Exactly where we are right now is inside the news van with the heater running, drinking a little coffee. Would you like us to come out? And I started a social media campaign too to get Drew out in the field anchoring. We thought that would be good too. We'll join you. Okay, we talked a lot about black ice and the danger setting in. And we had to have a little fun anyway. Grab that camera, Chad. Bring it off of the stick there. Hi, everybody. Now we're outside again, and it's cool. Definitely a cold morning. You know, talking about black ice and roadways, the good thing about Mill Plain right here where we are, just east of 205, is that it is getting a lot of traffic. As Tamara mentioned, when there isn't traffic on there, there's nothing running over, it can refreeze. But this has been well treated, and cars are moving well. It's slushy out there on the roadway, but Mill Plain's really looking pretty good. About an inch of snow on the ground here. We can pan down and show you that, and it's a nice light, dry snow. But, you know, underneath that, there are definitely spots that were wet last night that have frozen up, and so the potential for black ice developing up here in Clark County is real as well. But so far so good at this location. This is a heavily trafficked area. As I drove down a few hours ago now to this location from my home north of Vancouver, found 205 to be pretty good, especially in the right lane of travel. More traveled roadway, and they've got the treatment on it. So that's the situation from here. We're going to keep reporting from Vancouver for you this morning. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tim, thanks a lot. And as Tim steps out of the picture, Rod Hill steps into the picture because, Rod, you have some updated information for us there right in front of you.
I do. I'll make a real quick point first, and I'm going to get to this. You know, yesterday, part of the story was, even though Portland didn't get much in the morning, it was ongoing, right? We never guarantee we get something in the morning. The snow chance continued into early this morning. But now the message, to be clear, is that this is it. The snow has stopped over the I-5 corridor, and once it stops at your place, if you live in the gorge this morning, will be dry until Thursday afternoon, maybe dry until Friday. So that's important to note. Now, I just looked at every single pass camera I could find. If you're going over the Coast Range this morning, those highways are generally clean. They melted snow yesterday, but the temperature at the Coast Range summit's 23 degrees. You'll be on the lookout for some patchy spots of ice, but generally the pavement is clean. Government Camp going over the Cascades, completely snow-covered, but very well plowed. All the Cascade passes I looked at, very well plowed. Temperatures are about 20. I-84 going through the gorge, this is a mess. This is partial to nearly complete snow cover and ruts in the snow, driving all the way out through the Dalles. So if you can avoid that area this morning, I would do so. And it's a very similar scene on I-84 out at Cabbage Hill going into the Blue Mountains. Completely snow covered. You can see the ruts of the tires in the snow. So if you're traveling around our state, you should know that. All right, real quick, pretty shy. You know, yesterday the coast stole the show, right? They had all that snow. Christine Campbell sending us a pic from Crestview Golf Course yesterday afternoon, but in Waldport, I should mention. Thank you, Christine. You can put your pics on my KGW Rod Hill Facebook page. I look at them. We're getting as many on the air as we can. The coast melted, for the most part, all that away yesterday in the spots I could see. There's the dry weather at the coast and up and down I-5. Here's what's left of the snow. Light snow and falling in the gorge. Light snow now pretty much only up over the Cascades. And again, the message is, the precipitation chances now wrapping up and we're done. All right, temperatures outside. We're still in the upper 20s on average to about 30. Battleground was a little bit colder, 25. There's Salem at 31 degrees. We have light winds, Estacada 25, by the way. So the snow has ended for most of us. Increasing black ice, though, still a problem, and we're seeing that on our cameras through at least 7, maybe 8 o'clock this morning. Mid-morning, 9, 10, temps get above freezing. The black ice threat ends. The sunrise hour at 7:27 will help that. At the coast, you know, you guys are done. You melted the snow yesterday. You're in the 40s today. We talked about the cameras going over the Cascades showing well-plowed roadways, but snow covered. And again, don't forget, we're tracking Friday night, Saturday snow.
And there's the accident that you were just telling us about a second ago.
So this is at 148th and Gleason, and Portland Police East Precinct had tweeted out some pictures of this, saying a car had slid off the road or slid into a tanker truck, or at least slid toward it. I can't exactly tell. It looks to me that it's, you know, it hit that tanker, but no injuries reported. Police had tweeted no fire or no massive catastrophe at this point. They're working to get a tow truck out there, and we do have, at last check, our Christine Pitawanich was heading out to that scene. So as soon as our crew gets there and gets more information, we'll update you, but that just shows how slick it is.
Absolutely.
Chris, do you have any other information about this?
Just actually reading what the East Precinct has been tweeting out about that. They said that truck was carrying about 8,000 gallons of fuel.
Wow.
Yeah, the road is closed right now. That's, again, 148th and Gleason, so that's an intersection obviously you're going to need to avoid at this point. I want to switch gears, though, and take you back. And we're working, of course, to get more details on that live picture that you're looking at. Here's another live picture now. This is back out to Northeast Portland at 82nd and Sandy Boulevard. You can see one car, looks like a minivan, has slid off the road there. And this looks like kind of a sheet of ice right now. 82nd Avenue, we're hearing from Portland Police, is closed north of Fremont. So between Fremont and Sandy, that area, obviously very, very slick on the roadway there. Let's switch gears real quick. I think we've got a couple more cameras queued up here that we can show you. This is 82nd near Killingsworth. I did have an earlier fender bender there. It looks like that one has cleared. And just to let you know, of course, we are watching Clark County as well, where the drive is still slow on the freeways. It's not bad, but the drive is running a little heavy right now. Let's go ahead and give you the live look from I-205. Looks like we lost that camera briefly. I-205 from SR-14, but the drive running just a little thick there, as it is as you roll south over the interstate bridge as well. I can give you one more camera perspective of I-5. This is I-205 near Mill Plain. I-205, obviously all lanes there are kind of stacked up trying to get on the road from SR 500 down towards Mill Plain. So even though, as we heard from Tamara Greenwell in Clark County, that WashDOT's got the roads in relatively good shape, you can see that folks on that side of the river still taking it very slowly over the Glenn Jackson Bridge this morning. But roads are variable this morning. Some are in okay shape, and others, as we know, are in terrible shape this morning. Back to you.
All right, Chris, thanks a lot. We've also heard from Keely Chalmers this morning. She is in Drive 8 this morning. That car on the road, and I don't even know if I should call that a road right now. That looks like she's on a sheet of ice. Southeast 82nd and Fremont is Keely's location right now. So we're going to check back in with her in a moment. Obviously, she is hitting one of the real problem spots in our area this morning. We have snow overnight. We have ice on the roads right now. We have more coverage of all the weather and the traffic situations throughout the area coming back in a moment.
You love your brand new home, but your builder didn't seal or protect your granite countertops or bathroom tile. It has to be done. Call Permatreat today for a free estimate.
So this is our parts room. Everything in here you're going to see is factory parts. This is an important part of the business. The manufacturer spends billions of dollars developing these parts for quality and safety. I guess this is something that sets us apart from everybody else, is that we insist on it, and we built our business on that.
Beware of imitations.
That's it.
This is not a bed. It's a revolution in sleep. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is on sale now from $8.99 during the Ultimate Sleep Number event. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. It even helps with this. So you wake up ready to hit the ground running. Only at a Sleep Number store. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed. Plus 24-month financing on all smart beds. Only for a limited time. Sleep Number. Proven quality sleep.
The old saying, good things come to those who wait, is just that. Old. those good things, you have to get out there and chase them. We see it in the millions of people we fly around the world. All of them, living proof. Good things come to those who go.
Hi, I'm Laurel Porter with an important message about your safety called Public Alerts. It's a free community notification system for the Portland-Vancouver metro area. Through Public Alerts, first responders can send you real-time, life-saving messages about emergencies, get critical texts, calls, or emails to protect your business, to protect your home. It's free, it's easy, and it's information you need to know.
Sign